Macdonald DeWitt Library at SUNY Ulster provides students, faculty, and staff access to over 60 subscription databases that contain newspapers, magazines, specialized encyclopedias, and academic journals. You'll find more than 180,000 ebooks and over 70,000 print books. There's even streaming video, including major motion pictures, and there are LPs and DVDs at the library. So how do you find sources on your research topic? Where do you even begin to comb through this great wealth of resources? DiscoverDeWitt can be the starting point for all of your research. When you search with DiscoverDeWitt, you are searching all of the library resources contained in our physical collections and our online subscription databases. All of the resources provided by the Macdonald DeWitt Library are discoverable through this search tool. There are many different types of resources you will find while searching using DiscoverDeWitt. The three most commonly found in the library's collections are books, popular articles, and scholarly articles. Consider the type of information you need before you even start searching. Let's start with books. When you are looking for a source that gives a detailed explanation of a topic or idea, you should look for a book. Books often provide a holistic view of a topic. They usually cover background and contextual information, as well as major ideas and concepts, summarizing research over a span of years. Nonfiction books will often have extensive bibliographies of the sources the authors reference that can be useful for a reader trying to find more information on a topic. The authors are also usually highly qualified experts in their field, giving them the proper authority to write about their topic. It is not mandatory that you read the entire book in order to use it as a source in a research project. Often, a chapter or two can provide the type of information you need. Let's try a library catalog search. The results will include ebooks, online journals, books, and other physical items owned by the library. A library catalog search will include journal titles, but not individual articles, just as it will include books, but not individual book chapters. I'll start with a simple search using as few keywords as possible. Select catalog. DiscoverDeWitt looked for my search terms in the description words for each item. You can see that it found my search terms in the titles of the first few results. It isn't immediately obvious why result number 5 comes up until you open the record and see the keywords in the ebook's description. While we have this ebook record open, take note of some of the tools available. There's a citation button, so you can have your MLA or APA style citation. There's a permalink, where you can find the URL to be able to find this record again, and some other sharing options. Going back to the full results, we can see by the green available online links that the first several results are for ebooks. If I am looking for a print book to check out from the library, I can refine my results and choose Held at Library under the Availability section here. Now all of my results are books in the library building. These all have a collection name and a call number to guide me to the right shelf. Select the title and you can open the full record. So the same tools are available that we saw before for the ebook record. And with the print material, there's a Request Item button. If I request this title, someone who works at the library will pull the book from the shelf and set it aside for me. This is a nice time-saving option, and it allows for you to request that the book be sent to the Kingston Center for pickup. The drawback is that it prevents you from seeing what's on the shelf nearby. Since books are shelved by topic area, going to the shelf provides the opportunity to discover a useful book by browsing. The closest you can get to that experience without coming to the library is to scroll down on the record and use the virtual browse to see what's on the shelf next to the book. Another thing to note is the subject terms. These subject terms tell you what the book is about, and they're also hyperlinks, so you could click on them to do a search for other materials with that same subject. The other types of resources you will find in DiscoverDeWitt are articles, both popular and scholarly. Let's start with popular articles. Popular in this case means meant for a general, non-scholarly audience. You would use a popular article for up-to-date information, since these types of articles can be published within a day of an event. Articles that cover current events are usually considered primary sources because they are reporting details of what actually happened. Articles that provide commentary or opinion are secondary sources. Usually the authors are journalists and the articles are brief and do not include a bibliography or a list of references. Articles that are published in academic journals are referred to as scholarly. They are often peer-reviewed, which means experts in the field read them before they can be published to make sure the study methodology is sound and the interpretation of the data is not flawed. They are written by experts and scholars in the field, include an extensive bibliography, and use language that often is only comprehensible to people immersed in their field. Often the main purpose of peer-reviewed articles is to share the methods and results of a research study or experiment. Students will want to pay the most attention to the introduction and conclusion sections of these types of articles, unless they're planning to replicate the author's research study. There are also scholarly articles that give an in-depth treatment to a small aspect of a topic area, or provide a summary of recent research. Many of these are in humanities fields. Let's try an article search. Use the filters under Refine Your Results to save time. The results here are a mix of popular and scholarly articles. Often professors require students to use only peer-reviewed sources because they want you using information from experts, not generalists. The peer-reviewed articles are often longer and have more detailed information. By selecting peer-reviewed scholarly, you are removing all of the popular articles from your search results. Consider whether the creation date or publication date is important for your topic. Are older articles okay, or do you need information that is more current? Expand the subject terms for ideas about additional keywords for searching. You can select multiple subjects or exclude any subjects that are not relevant. Once you've set your filters, you are ready to review your search results. Use the Pin button to save sources to your favorites area. Make sure you are signed in with your SUNY Ulster portal login so you can access these favorites later by selecting the thumbtack icon in the upper right. You can also access your search history from this area. DiscoverDeWitt is different from specialized library databases. It pulls information from our subscription databases and our physical collections to get you to the right access point. Sometimes the information in DiscoverDeWitt isn't complete or it has a bad link. When that happens, use the exclamation point button at the bottom right of the page to let us know. Any issues reported will go to a librarian who can help you find what you need and hopefully fix the problem. When you are using DiscoverDeWitt and you aren't finding what you need or have a question about your search strategy, there's help right there. Use the Ask a Librarian button on the bottom right for 24/7 access to live chat with a librarian. There's always a live person available to assist you. Thanks for watching this introduction to DiscoverDeWitt. If you have any questions, please reach out to a librarian. Contact information is on the Library Resources page of the SUNY Ulster portal. Happy searching!